Welcome to Where I Knit. My name is Rachel and I'm your host. It is Sunday, August 23rd, 2015, and this is episode number 34. All the show notes can be found at whyiknit.com. Find me on Ravelry as Yarn Talk, Twitter and Instagram as whyiknit. There's also the Facebook group, the Ravelry group, and we are now on iTunes. If you are a new viewer, welcome, and if you're a returning viewer, welcome back. I will talk about iTunes more when I get to show news. However, I want to start off with announcing the winner to the giveaway. I've already contacted them so they know that they've won. Congrats to Pocketus, I believe is how I say your Ravelry name. As I said, I've already contacted you, so I just need the information that I need. And also, thank you to everyone who entered this giveaway. I'm going to have another one, most likely in November, because I'm going to have like a multiple prize from me for the cow, which I will also talk about in show news. Alright, on the needles. I don't have anything to show you this week, unfortunately. It always happens after I go away and then I come back. My knitting kind of hits a lull. I did do a little bit of knitting this week, but really not enough to show you. So I will have something to show you, hopefully, I should say, on next week. And honestly, I'm kind of glad that I don't have anything to show you this week because it was a hot week. It was like, do I want to knit? Do I not want to knit? It was that kind of week. But hopefully, by the time next week rolls around, I will have quite a bit to show you. So with that, I'm going to move on to really the big thing about this week's show, which is my Stash Magazine enhancement, hence the title of this week's show, Show and Tell. I'm going to start out with my Stash enhancement, and honestly, I thought I had more yarn. However, I realized that last week I showed you the Cascade 220 in the needles. I kind of like showed it to you kind of quickly. That was one of the problems, but that's okay. But I do have two other cakes of yarn to show you. The first one is Madeline Tosh. This is Tosh Merino, so it's 100% superwash merino, and this is in the colorway Laurel. Very pretty dark green. Might actually look even a little bit darker on the camera. I just thought I would give it in for a close-up. So yes, I'm very pleased with how it looks in the cake. And this is the label, Madeline Tosh. I know they're very popular. One thing I forgot is that both of these yarns, like the yarn I bought last week, or I showed you last week, are from Pearl Soho. And then this is the, I'm not sure if you can see the Laurel. Hold on. But yeah, that says Laurel. So yeah, I think this is going to be a hat. I know I kind of violated one of my 2015 goals is to not buy yarn without a purpose, but it was green, and green's my favorite color. Actually, the other one was also green. This is, let me just grab it. This is Anzula. Yeah, Anzula. It's their squishy base, and it is very squishy. And it's in Grace. And I do have the label. Let me just do that. Okay. So here's the label for that. It is, if you're unfamiliar with Inzula, like I am, it is 80% merino, 10% cashmere, and 10% nylon. Here's a better shot of the label. I believe they're from San Francisco, or I forget. But I will have links to both the Madeline Tosh and the Anzula. They'll probably be Ravelry links this week. But yeah, I'm very pleased with both of them. One is a worsted weight, the other's fingering weight. Haven't really, don't have like firm plans yet on them. But hopefully within the next couple weeks, I will show you some stuff for them. And now I also have 4 magazines. These are all from Barnes & Noble. I actually bought it when I was in Union Square. So 2 of them are fall 2015. One is a summer one. And then 3 are knit, 1 is crochet. So I'm going to start with the crochet one. And this is from Simply Crochet. It's their Amiguri magazine. I guess I think they put like crochet magazines put oh, this is quarterly. This is also summer. So very cute. Stuffed I'm not gonna say stuffed animals, but like stuffed creatures. This is a UK magazine. I'm sorry. This is printed in the UK. So I assume this has UK terms, which I think are a little bit different than, if I remember correctly, different from US terms. So I'll just have to figure it out. I think like their double crochets are single crochet. So it's probably easy to figure out. The next one is also Summer Magazine, and it's the Knitter's Summer 15. But I'm actually okay with this because they have Afghans in this one, and if I want to make anything from it, I could always wear it on my cruise that I'm taking in December because it's gonna be warm in the Caribbean still, so it's gonna be chilly at night. But I figured they might have some shawls in here, even in the other 2 magazines. Might actually be a little bit better because they'll be both warm and cool because it's fall magazine. Now these 2 are fall. One's in plastic. I haven't opened it yet, and it's the Fall Knit Simple. So yeah, there's something from Craftsy, or Craftsy. I said Craftsy on it. So I haven't opened it yet, but I'll have reviews probably on a lot of these in the next couple weeks. I do want to show you the back cover because it's so cute. Yeah. I guess they're supposed to be giraffes. So cute. That, and then this is the Amiguri back cover. And then the Knitter's back cover, it's just something for Stitches West, which this year, I'm sorry, Stitches Texas, which I believe is replacing Stitches East, which is very disappointing. Because it was in Hartford, but I think it competed with Rhinebeck, so that's why there is no Stitches East this year. But Stitches Texas, for anyone who's interested, it is September 17th to the 20th at Irving Convention Center and Omni Mandalay Hotel in Irving, Texas. I will have a link to that in the show notes. It will be like below all the magazines that I listed. So yes. So for if anyone's interested, Stitches Texas is only a few weeks away. And then the final magazine I have to show you is pretty much bread and butter, I think, for any knitter. That's Interweave Knits. So here's the cover. And then again, like with this, the Knitters magazine, back is just a ad this time for Rowan. But they have something very interesting. It says big shawls. So sorry, kind of covering a little bit of it, but it says big shawls, big style. So I think I'm gonna really look at that. I don't know. I kind of like skimmed it through it, so I'm not 100% sure if it's just like an article or if there are a few patterns or not. But I'm gonna have to take a look on that. So I will have reviews for all those magazines. Probably the Amaguri one's gonna take a while. I probably won't get that done until the winter, but the other three I should get done over the next couple weeks. I'm probably not gonna knit any of the patterns to show you. I'm just gonna read through it like page by page because I'm like that, and then I will have probably reviews on it. Not next week, but probably in September. So but yeah, that's like my show and tell portion for this week. But yeah. Show news. I have a lot to talk about for show news. So, I'm just gonna get right into it. The Ravelry 101 series begins next week. I've been really bad about recording sections for it. But I'm probably going to be doing that next week. I'm sorry, the coming week is like recording. And then I will have the first one up on next week's episode. Are there any podcasters really? Well, you don't even have to be a podcaster to answer this question. But what I'm really asking is, are there any podcasts out there that promote, like, basically other podcasts, Cowhouse? Because I really want to get the word out about my dinosaur cow. I've already posted it in a cow promotion group on Ravelry, but I want to appear like a couple other places. But like I'm not gonna go like all out to promote it. I just want to do like one or two more places just to get people's interest. If you know of any people who does that though, leave a comment in this episode's thread on Ravelry. In the social media section, which is the list of links you see at the top of every show notes section on the blog, the cow chatter thread is going to be posted there Uh, that way, you don't have to hear me talking about the chatter thread every week. So it's gonna be posted there from now until the cal starts. Once the cal starts, it's gonna get its own dedicated section. So there's that. In addition, those who are interested in donating prizes, now is the time to start posting it in the chatter thread if you're interested in donating. I will be announcing the prizes that I will be personally donating in a few weeks once September starts. Also, I have started the show your projects thread again, but I'm gonna just do it at the end of the month. I think that's a little bit better than every week. So it's on. I have a link in the show notes to that. So check that thread out for more information. The live show is going to be in October. The AMA thread for that will be going up in a few weeks. Probably be mid-September. That way, it will give everyone ample of time to ask questions, because the date that I have currently listed, that's probably going to change to later, or earlier in the month, like October 4th or 5th. I have not made a final decision on that, and I will explain in the life news why I kind of have to make that change. As I said at the beginning of the show, we are now on iTunes. You can search for the episodes using Why I Knit. Please note though that episodes are going to be a little bit delayed. Currently, there are 6 episodes up, but by the time this episode goes up and live, there will, like right after it goes live and stuff, there'll probably be like 7 or 8 episodes. Originally, my plan was to put up episodes 2 at a time, like for a week. But I think I'm going to do either 3 or 4. That way I'm caught up a little bit quicker. Once the episodes are all caught up, they're going to be on a 2-day delay. So basically, they're going to be on YouTube first for 2 days, and then they are going to be on iTunes. I do have plans for an audio version, because I read on a thread on Ravelry that a lot of people want to see both a video and an audio version of a podcast. I'm just working out a little bit of the logistics of it, whether I should start from the beginning or not. It's going to be the same show anyway, so stay tuned for that though later this year. And finally, at the end of the episode, I will have, if you've already gone to the Dinosaur Cow chatter thread, you've already seen the logo for the cow. But if you haven't, I'm gonna post a picture of it at the end of the episode. It's very cute. I actually found basically Adobe, which is the creators of Photoshop, has their like own stock image now. So I grabbed one of those and then like a little yarn photo, cropped the yarn photo, put it on the dinosaur photo, and then wrote down all the information. So it's not anything fancy, it's very simple, but I like it. So I hope you like the picture of the logo at the end of the episode. As for life news, got a lot of sad stuff to talk about this week. Actually, I think I have like Well, one of them is somewhat happy. I was as well as sad. One of them's definitely sad. That one is really sad, and one's happy. So I'm gonna start out with talking about something sad. This week. As many of you know, I am a big Phillies fan. And yeah, they're not having a great season. They did not have a great season last year. But I like them. And from when I really started watching the Phillies, which I would say, I think I really started paying attention to the Phillies in 06, which would have been the spring of my senior year of high school. Was really really the really first time that I was serious about watching the Phillies. I mean, I had watched the Phillies before, and I went to a game at Veterans Stadium. But I wasn't into baseball that much at that time. I was very into basketball. I'm still very into basketball. But I was kind of we had just moved from Connecticut to Delaware when I saw the game. So yeah, it interests me to go to a game. But one of the people on the Phillies that who's been there seems like he's been there forever. I think he's only been there since '04, but it seems like he was there forever. Was Chase Utley, and he was the second baseman. And the past couple years haven't gone his way. He's kind of been injured quite a bit. And the Phillies were like, okay, we're done with your injuries. We're trading you. So they put him on waivers because the non-waiver deadline passed. And he wasn't picked up. But because he cleared waivers, he was tradable. So they traded him to the Los Angeles Dodgers. And it made the most sense for him to go there because he's from LA. He went to UCLA. So it made the best sense. It didn't make any sense for the Dodgers because from what I heard, they needed bullpen pitching. And yeah, I mean, they got prospects in return, but honestly, the manager gave up on them this year. Everybody's calling for the GM's head, including me. It was time for Chase to move on to greener pastures. So, 2/3, I'm sorry, 2/3 of the infield for the 08 World Series, 3/4 is actually better, are gone. Our ace is gone. Our center fielder is gone. Our right fielder is in Washington. Our left fielder is retired. See what else. Our catcher's still there. But and our first baseman, but that's it. Our first baseman and the catcher are the only two remaining members of that 08 team that are left. Now that Chase is gone. But on hindsight, he's reunited with Jimmy Rollins, who was our shortstop. Unfortunately for Chase, in his first 2 games for the Dodgers, he's been no hit and lost yesterday. So, meanwhile, the Phillies won, including with one of the prospects they got for him because he hit a home run yesterday. So it's turned out to be so far a good trade for the Phillies and a bad trade for the Dodgers. But it happens. So that's one of the sad things. This next scene is not even really sad. It's frustrating. Um, in October, we are going to New York City again. I am going to be taking, hopefully, that this is going to work out and stuff. Hopefully, I'm going to be taking a 1-day trip to a certain town in Dutchess County. You may have heard of it. Called Rhinebeck, New York. It's Dutchess County, New York, I should say. And there's like this fairgrounds called the New York State Fairgrounds. Yes, I am talking about the very, very, very famous in the fire art world, the New York Sheep and Wool Festival. I'm going to be spending 1 day, just 1 day, at Rhinebeck. Very excited. Hopefully it works out though. Because I'm going to be taking the local train system up to Rhinebeck. Well, actually, it's not even up to Rhinebeck. I'm going to be getting off at Poughkeepsie and then taking a shuttle to Rhinebeck. So there's that. But the first part of the week, we have to go to New Orleans. Don't really want to, but my mom really has to go. She really needs to see the interior of this house, make sure that it's in one piece. But yeah, I will have more information about that though next week. This is not going to affect my happy news. I have a solo trip now planned in September, hopefully. I just have to figure out a couple things, whether I really want to go the last week in September, because that is the week where Philadelphia is going to be a mess. If for those of you who are not Catholic or who don't live in the Philadelphia area, basically that last week of September, there's like this big Catholic gathering in the city of Philadelphia, and that weekend, a visitor is coming, and that visitor is Pope Francis. I am not Catholic. I could care less about the Pope. He's going to make this area a mess, though. It's going to be. You're not going to be. Basically, they're going to shut down the city. Not going to be able to get into Philadelphia. I think he is going to be in New York earlier in the week. But that's not really going to affect my plans. Because I'm planning probably to go up Wednesday. Stay Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then come home Sunday. If everything goes according to plan. And this is something that I wasn't actually planning to do, but I kind of helped my mom purchase the train tickets for our cruise in December. So she was willing to pay for this trip. So thanks, Mom, even though I know you are not watching this episode. And then finally, this is not going to happen until next week. With the 10-year anniversary of Hurricane Katrina coming up very quickly. Matter of fact, I believe, let me double check. Yeah, next Monday, not tomorrow, but the following Monday, is going to be the 10-year anniversary of Katrina actually forming. She hasn't hit New Orleans yet, though, of course, at this point. I was debating whether to break it up into 2 segments, one this week and one next week, but honestly, with the Ravelry 101 episode next week, it's going to be a pretty long episode anyway, so I'm just gonna do it all in one shot. So I will do a warning next week for those people who don't want to remember Hurricane Katrina. But because I was personally affected, well, I wasn't quote unquote personally affected by it, but my family was, I should say. I really need to get my feelings out there. So, that will probably be the very last thing I talk about next week, though. So don't worry. But yes, that is it for this week. I will be back next week with another kind of happy, sad episode. But yeah, it's actually gonna be over 30 minutes this week. I'm actually kind of proud of that, which is weird. But you know what? That's how it goes. Of course, I'll probably have a lot to show you next week. Ravelry 101. Probably no reviews. You know, a lot of fun stuff coming along with something very sad. Check Ravelry, check Twitter, check Instagram, because I'm going to be posting a lot there this week in the likelihood. I might do like I don't know. Just stay tuned to everything. Ravelry, Twitter, Instagram. Ravelry is the best place to reach me. Yeah. So I hope everyone has a safe week. Happy knitting, crocheting, spinning, weaving, any whatever fiber you do. I will check you all next week. Talk to you later.